Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm Jessica with That Pixie Planner Life, and today I have a really fun and highly requested video for you guys to watch. So if you want to see what we're doing today, stick around because that's coming up right now. Hey Planning fam, welcome back to my channel, and like I said, today we're going to be doing a super requested video for you guys in my daily passion planner. This is going to be the very last video in like the plan with me more than once a week video rotation, and then we're going to be moving to the new schedule. So I wanted to get this video recorded for you guys so that way you had it. For those of you who don't know, I recently delved into a daily passion planner and I am absolutely obsessed. I am loving it. It is fitting my new lifestyle as of late really well. It has been super requested that I kind of show you guys how I plan in this and how it works for me. And I'll also give you a couple of tips and tricks that you can use in the infinite possibility space too, because there's so many different things you can do with that space. Now, I've only been using the Daily Passion Planner for a few weeks now, so I'm still super newbie at it, but I will put a link down below in the description box of an amazing girl. Her name is Erica Canant, and she's been using Daily Passion Planner and Weekly Passion Planner for years, and she has some really great planner videos, and she also has some awesome flip throughs and things like that over on her Instagram that you should definitely go and check out, because all of my inspiration for this little baby came from her. So make sure to go see that. But today I am going to take you through step by step how I plan in my daily. Now, today is Friday, and typically on Fridays, I will write Friday over here in the corner. Some days I go super detailed with my stickers, and other days I don't. Today just happens to be a day where I'm keeping it super simple, and I think it's best to do it this way for you guys too, so that way you can see how simplified you can make this, and it doesn't have to be all stickers all the time. When I first started this a couple of weeks ago, I literally planned out my days for the whole week ahead, and I had all of my pieces and my stickers picked out ahead of time. This week was a little bit more crazy with the Etsy shop, so I ended up planning at night. So like the day before, I'd be like, okay, what do I want to do for my spread tomorrow? So last night I picked out this super cute washi tape, and I believe I got this, it was either by Fantasy Designs or Cricut Paper Co. I'm not 100% sure. It was one of those two shops. I'll put them both down below in the description box for you. But the washi tape was inspired by this sticker sheet by Sandy Plans Life. And if you guys haven't seen my hauls in the past, I have hauled some of her other stickers. I love her. And this is just basically like a planner boss sheet that she came up with, and there's some Mickey ears in here, so it's kind of like Disney pastel inspired, and I absolutely love this. So we're gonna go with this spread, and the washi tape has all kinds of Disney Mickey, and the ears actually almost match identical to the ones that she did. So we're going to be pairing those two together today, and this is basically going to be like a super slow step-by-step plan with me. So the very first thing I always do is I take my washi tape and I put my washi tape down. This is what I do personally. I put washi tape over the top and cover that up, and I put it down over the bottom and I cover that up. Sometimes I'll leave this blank. There was one week where I did not cover it up. If I can find it for you guys, I'm not exactly sure. It was this one right here. So I didn't end up using a lot of washi tape here, but what you can see I did is I actually kind of just had fun with my washi tape and accented it in different spots. I went crooked in some spots and a little bit here and a little bit there. And this actually was in the Happy Planner sticker book, so I used that up there. And then I just left this open. So you don't always have to cover it, but today I am going to cover it. And I just take my washi tape, and I usually go pretty close to the edge. That way I have, you know, a little bit more space for writing and deco up here. And that's just because I like to give myself as much space as possible to be creative. And we just need my washi tape cutter. And I cannot find my Pooh Bear one, so we're going to use my Magic Creator one. And we're just going to go over here and rip this. And sometimes it will kind of like pop off the page like that. If you go a little too far, you just take some scissors and just trim around the page, because the pages are cornered. The pages are rounded. So you want it to be cohesive to that. At least I do. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. And again, I just go as close to the edge as I can. I don't go all the way to the edge. I do like to have a tiny bit of white space there. That's just what's pleasing for my eye and aesthetically pleasing for me. But you can do whatever you like. And sometimes I will use skinny washi tape too. I don't always use the thick stuff. There was actually one of my favorite spreads that I've done so far is this one. And I did 2 little skinny washi tapes up here, and I left this open, but then I did one here, and then I did some over here. And then I also did this. This one's super fun and creative. So yeah, you don't have to be limited to, and then down here too. So you don't have to be limited to the size. You can pick whatever washi tape you want, let your creativity flow, or you don't have to do any washi tape at all. And then what I typically do, usually I will put washi tape up here. It actually fits the wide washi tape perfectly. So I am gonna do this today. I don't have a game changer goal for today. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to put our washi tape in this little area as well. And it's great if you don't have anything to put in this space, but if you do have something to put in this space, I would write it in first and then decorate around it. You could, if it's something super simple and small, you could put like a smaller washi tape underneath it or above it. So there was one week where I actually did write in it, and it was Father's Day, and I actually just put a surprise Dan with coffee and candy. So it doesn't have to be anything super deep. It could be something super simple. This one, I used a sticker quote that I found, inhale courage and exhale doubt. And that was something that was really important to me that day. And then over here, I didn't really put anything. This was a super simple spread. So just let your mind wander and do what it really wants to do. Try not to limit yourself to the spaces that they give you. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually put washi tape down here too. So I am going to do that as well, just so you guys can see what my frequent planning vibe is like with this specific planner. Because I feel like the way that I'm planning this with you right now is the simplest, and also the way that I plan the most frequent. And I want you guys to see that. I don't want to give you something too crazy. And also doing it this way, it goes by super fast. And sometimes I will put washi tape in the hourly column. I generally block off lunch. So I'll block off from like 12 to 1 or something like that. But I'm actually not going to do that today because I want you guys to see it just handwritten. So like how simple it can be. So the other thing that I do with my daily passion planner, and this is something you do not have to do, this is just something that I like to do, is I like to pick 2 different colors, one for a highlight and one for a write, to match the spread where I can go in and accentuate certain spots. So earlier I picked out these 2 colors. One is like a really light pink, and then another one is like that minty-ish color. And I will use one for highlight and one for writing. And typically I'll do like the lighter color as the highlight and the darker one as the one over it. It's going to make things a little different because I'm using my Sharpie S Note for the darker color today, but we'll figure that out. And when I use my Crayola Super Tips, I lay it sideways so I get more of a wide line. And I will highlight my date section, and I will highlight today's focus. Now you don't have to do this. Again, this is just something I prefer to do for me. And I also will highlight like certain spots in the hourly. You don't have to do this. It's because today is Friday. I tend to like to write Friday in my infinity space. And I just like to take a look back to see what I did. So last week I did a highlight with cursive. And the day before that, I did that, which is super crazy. Then I did a cursive outlining. So it's been a while since I've done it this way. And you know what? I think I might do something different today. And I think I might write it down the side here, which I think will be super fun. But you guys can see that you can do so many different things with it. And you don't even have to do this at all. Like, I'll show you a page where I did not even write the day. And there's a few of them in here. Like this one, I actually just did rock today. So I just kind of like did some kind of inspiration. So here I did the quote of the day, and you can see like I actually outlined it in pen. And this is something fun I like to do, like if I want to do a lot of deco. And I actually really like this spread. It's one of my favorites, and it's the most simple. So see what I mean? And this one came out super busy, but super colorful. And then I just kind of want to, like here I did the side. So that's what we're going to do today. And this one I didn't do one at all. So it just depends. Okay, and you can see that I wasn't that perfect with it. The F came out amazingly good for some reason, but usually I'm just super fast with it and I let it be messy. Actually, this mint green is way more green than I would have liked, so a little bumming about this right now. So you guys get to see firsthand what happens when you plan a spread out and it doesn't come out the way that you really wanted it to. Okay, so this one is more closer to the proper color. So even though I already did Friday in it, I'll leave it, but the rest of it is gonna have that color in it. So I'm gonna have to incorporate that on this side now at some point, just so that it looks cohesive. Okay, so now for some ideas. I kind of wanna just talk to you guys a minute about how I schedule my day. So typically it looks pretty much the same every day. In the morning, I have a section where I put sleep, and then I have like my morning routine. So I wake up. Normally I would be getting the kids ready for school, but today's the first day of summer for them, so I don't have to do that today. But it would have like get the kids ready for school, Skylar on the bus, take care of the dog, feed the kids and I breakfast, and then I would start my day basically, whatever that consisted of. So today is kind of like a work mode day, so you'll be able to kind of see how I use this more like work focused, and then I will go through and show you guys how I do everything else and the ideas on what you can do for this side. So the first thing that I want to do is I just want to write my date in, and I always do this in pen. I don't do this in marker. So today is June 25th, 21, and it is Friday. And sometimes I'll circle it, sometimes I'll highlight it. Today I'm going to circle it just for simplicity reasons. And then my focus for today. So this always takes me a few minutes because I feel like I contemplate if I have ADD, and I feel like I'm never like super focused. But today is kind of work mode. I have a lot of things that I want to get done in the shop today. So with that being said, I think I'm just going to write work mode in here. Since I switched to the mild liner or the mid liner, whatever you guys want to call it, these actually have a smaller end on the other side, which is fantastic for this. So I'm just going to put work mode. Yeah, that's so much better. That's definitely more the right color. And look at how cute that looks. It looks super cute together. And it kind of just like, it accentuates the page and makes it look more decorative when you really did nothing. And that's what makes this super easy and super fast. So next, we are going to move to the hourly. And this is just kind of how I move because this is how my brain works. If you guys are more to-do focused, I would probably focus on this section and this section first. So these I actually filled in last night because I had a lot of things I didn't want to forget. So I just went in and wrote them down. There's a couple phone calls I have to make today. I want to make sure I get a couple loads of laundry in. I've been putting it off for days. And then I just wrote down like the main things I want to focus on today for work, and then I'll write the rest in after with you. So with that being said though, typically if I don't have like anything like super pertinent that I don't want to forget, this will be blank. And then I'll move here first. I work by times. That's just how my head works. Okay, what time is it? All right, I really want to do this during this certain time. And then the rest kind of flows afterwards. So hopefully that's kind of how your brain works. If not, I apologize. You can fast forward to the to-do section and the tip section for the blank space if you'd like. But I think this is really important, especially for people who live off of schedules. So if you're someone like me who kind of thrives on routine, this is going to help your life immensely. So a lot of times what I'll do for sleeping. So the first thing I usually always do is I just highlight where I sleep. And today I got to sleep in a little bit, which was nice. So we're going to go a little bit deeper today. And you know, you don't have to worry about these lining up. Sometimes I'll fix it. Sometimes I'll leave it. And I'll let that dry for a minute. And I'm just going to go in and write wake up because I woke up right around 7. And I am planning. And we're going to just scooch this down because I'm working on that right now. And then at 9 o'clock, Skylar's grandmother is picking her up. So I'm going to kind of, and sometimes if I have something like that happening, whether it's like an appointment or like something that's out of the ordinary that doesn't typically happen, or something that I want to accentuate a little bit more, I will change my font. And that just makes the aesthetic look pleasing. And you don't have to do this if you're like someone super fast and you want to be like, want it like started and finished within 5-10 minutes. You don't have to mess with this. But if you want both the simplicity and the functionality and the minimalistic with a little bit of edge to it and deco, then I would recommend doing this. It's a great way to jazz up a spread super easily. So I think for this one, I'm actually going to do cursive. All right, so I wrote that in, and then at 9:30, we're gonna do breakfast / dog care. And this has kind of just been my routine. Anywhere between 8:30 and 9:30 is when I will take care of all that. And then at 10 o'clock is when I will work. And because I am a stay-at-home mom, I typically work, like I'll be in the shop for about, I would say at least a couple of hours. The twins have they're starting to adjust to me being in there more, which is fantastic. But every now and then there's a day where they just are bugging me and I get nothing done. So when I put work, it just lets me know that anything from my to-do list I can work on during this time frame. So it doesn't necessarily mean I'm in the shop building bracelets or making ears or printing orders or packing. It could mean I'm sitting on the couch with the boys drawing more stickers or creating more t-shirt images, things like that. So it's just whatever is in my work list for that day can be done during this time. And it's a great way to like not pin yourself to specific things during specific times. Don't put yourself in a spot where it's so detailed and that you don't get it done during that time frame where it puts you kind of like in like a deterred mood, because then what's going to happen is you're not going to enjoy the planner. It's not going to work for you and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to say, why did I even buy this planner? It's not working for me. So you want to keep your categories general unless it's something specific, like someone picking your kids up, for example, or a doctor's appointment. Anything else should be left with a little bit of free room. And that's what makes this specific planner so nice for me, because I can put my to-do lists over here. Like sometimes I'll just write personal stuff and I'll go over here and do this, or I'll work on my self-maintenance during that bracket. So those are some great tips for you guys to use specifically for this planner. Okay, so now that I've gotten kind of like half of my day done, a little bit less than half actually, what I do now is I highlight, and a lot of times I will highlight lunch just because I like to continue with the coloring to keep it flowing down. I like balance. So we have a bunch up here. So now we're gonna add something in the middle, and we're just gonna highlight. I usually highlight 12 to 1, you know, just that time frame. And now we can go up here, and I think here I'm gonna write like big letters. So we're gonna do sleep. And sometimes I'll put the exclamation mark, sometimes I don't, just depends. And then over here, we're gonna write lunch in cursive, just to keep with that changing up and that balance. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So far, so good. I'm still super bugging over this mint color, but it is what it is. I have to let it go. Now that we've put lunch in, now I kind of have to like figure out, okay, what have I done? What do I still need to do? So I do need to record another video later today, and I try to do that either before lunch or after lunch when the boys are like having their chill time. Doing it at night when everyone's home just creates noise. So I think I'm actually going to write something specific here, which I don't typically do, but I know it goes against everything I just said, but I am going to write record monthly, only because it is one thing that I really, really, really wanted and needed to get done today. So that way it's up for you guys at the beginning of the month, which is next week. So, and I need time to edit both videos and yada yada. So for this specific reason, I am going to put that in a certain time frame. I don't normally do that, but I'm going to today. And that usually takes me about an hour to an hour and a half to decorate a monthly. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to bring another drop down arrow. And then I think I'm gonna take a break. So we're gonna leave this empty for now. And then I'm gonna take my marker, and I'm gonna come down right about 6 o'clock, and we're gonna highlight. And I have no idea what our plans are for dinner. So I usually, like, we never know, like I could take something out if I wanted to. I just don't know what I'm doing yet. So I literally will just write dinner. And then specifically tonight, I want to go back into the shop and work on some other things. So around 8 o'clock, I would say, we'll say around 8, we'll do another cursive, and I'm gonna write work again, and I'll work for about an hour. And then we've got the kids' bedtime. And then it's Friday night, so Dan and I usually kind of like do a thing. So we'll just put, I'll write, we'll do something different. We'll go like this. We'll do HUBBY. And I'll just write hubby time. And then we have bed, and I think just like this, because we usually go to bed somewhere between 11 and 12. And I'm gonna use my pen. Actually, no, we'll use the marker. And we'll just do bed. Super simple. Okay, so now you've kind of seen what I do for this. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing during this bracket of time frame. I might go back into the office from 2:30 to like 5ish, but I'm doing a lot of work, and I do want to carve out some time for the twins. So I kind of just want to leave that right now. I don't want to I don't want to hold myself to certain things during that time frame today. So now I will take my light pink, and you know what? I actually might rotate this today. Sometimes I'll do all one color, but I think I'm going to switch it up right now. So I'm going to do light pink here, and I just drag it wherever my arrows are. And we'll do light pink here. And that's it for that. And then I will take my mint, and we'll do mint here. And we'll do mint down here. Oh, that's funny. It ends up working out as I did for the work. So as you can see, it's kind of starting to pop, you guys. So one thing I did mention is I do want to carry this color over here. So I think I might add a quote for myself before I start putting in all of my stickers. And I have one that I kind of want to do on my own. So I am going to highlight a couple things and write them in so you can watch me do that. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just put a little quote in that said, "Be magically inspired." And now we've got all these super fun stickers. So I think for planning purposes, I'm just going to keep this super simple. I do want to write something over here today, but I do want to embellish it with a little sticker. So I am actually going to put the sticker down first, so that way I know where I have the space to write, and I will write around that. And I'm going to use the little coffee, the little latte sticker, and we're gonna just stick that right here for some little morning tea. And I'm actually gonna take this Girl Boss sticker and I'm gonna put it right here just to fill in that space. That looks really cute. Like, all I did was put 2 stickers down and I'm happy. So, oh, you know what I almost forgot to tell you guys about first is the self-maintenance section. So once you have your hourly done and you have your to-do lists filled out over here, you do have a couple options. You can move down to your self-maintenance section and fill this out, or you can put some kind of self-maintenance care over here. You can put a big box sticker if you're a happy planner collector like me. You can use those big box stickers and you can write down a huge list. Like, maybe you want to have like a full self-maintenance day, like all things that make you happy: mani, pedi, coffee, lunch with a best friend, coffee date with hubby, shower for like a longer period of time. A lot of times my self-care is super small stuff that probably shouldn't even be considered self-care, but with 4 kids it is. A lot of times I'll put something simple in as doing my face cream or a face mask in the morning and putting on some music, running my wax melts during my office all day just to get like that smelly goodness. Listen to my Disney music, something that makes you happy, that takes you out of a negative headspace and that kind of regrounds you. It's super important. It's been a huge help for me. It can be something big, like going on a vacation with your best friend, or it could be something super small, like waking up early and having coffee outside, enjoying the beautiful weather on the deck. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever self-care is for you is what you can do. Another thing you can do in this space with the big sticker box, or even like the medium-sized, classic size ones, is if you have like a lot of to-do things that you need to do that day. So like, say this space isn't enough, you could add an extra box and put more things here. So I'll kind of show you an example. I have done that. One example would be for yesterday. I was really behind yesterday on some stuff just because the day before that was my son's graduation day, and I didn't get anything done that day. So I put an extra sticker box over here with a checklist of things that I really wanted to do that I hadn't done the day before. And then another, just so you guys have like an idea of what I'm talking about, because I'm a visual person, so like I sometimes need to see what's being recommended to me. If I can find it. Okay, and then on this day, I had, it's not that I didn't have room, but I had specific things. Well, I didn't have room because it was work related, but I had specific things that I really wanted to try and do. And it wasn't necessarily I had to get them all done in that day, but it was like my brain was just going and going so fast. You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And I was like, oh my God. So I literally just slapped a big box sticker on and wrote everything I was thinking. So now I can kind of like reference back to that and see, okay, did I do that? Did I not do that? Can I still do that? It was a couple of weeks ago now, so it's not necessarily something I can look back and do now, but yeah. And then just another quick little idea is you can also do a gratitude box. So like say there's a section over here, best thing that happened today and today I learned. And typically that's enough for gratitude for me. But sometimes and I'm going to be journaling again. I haven't been journaling lately. So that's kind of why I wanted to put this in here. Like sometimes there'll be days where you just like, you wake up and you say, you know what? I really want to like write down what happens today. Like maybe you have a date day planned with your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or maybe you have like a mommy and me day planned with your kids. Whatever the case may be, maybe you just wake up that day saying, I really want to journal today. And you can put a box in. You can just do a free journal like I did over here. So like, however you want to play it, there's so much free space. But today we're just going to keep it completely sticker related because I want you guys to see that it doesn't always have to be something. Sometimes it can be nothing. Because we all have days where we have nothing going on or we want like a lazy day. You could literally take like a marker and write lazy day in huge letters in the middle and then just sticker it up. It can be anything. The sky is the limit with this space. For me, my self-maintenance today, it's Friday and we typically, we may go out to dinner. Sometimes we won't, but more times than not, we tend to do something on Friday nights. So I'm actually gonna do face cream, makeup, and music. And I'll put like a little heart. A lot of times, like I'll kind of think, okay, what's my mindset this morning when I woke up and what will make me feel happy today? Like what can I do to make myself feel happy? Sometimes it's as simple as drinking a cup of tea and watching my favorite show. Sometimes it's 5 minutes alone in the bathroom to brush my teeth and do my face. Sometimes it's blasting Disney music. Sometimes it's all of it. Sometimes I need a little extra. So it's, again, whatever is for you. So now that we've gone and done that, these sections are for at night. When your day is done, you can go back and reflect. So the best thing that happened to you today was, what did you learn today? What was today in one word? Like what was the mood and how was your mood? You know what I mean? So for a couple of examples, let's see. So this day we actually had a really fun day. Best thing that happened today was Pinkberry with Dan and the boys. This is the first time we've been back to Pinkberry in, I don't even know. And then in my today I learned work and fun can both happen in one day. So sometimes it can be super reflective, and then other times it can be something super silly and not as important. So I will show you what I'm talking about. So on Father's Day, today I learned the perfect cut setting for my sticker decals, finally. So it doesn't have to be like this deep intellectual quote or thought. It literally can be something super simple. Over here, something happened to my husband that day, and I just wrote what happened to him. Because like it was like a huge deal for me, and it was something I found out about, I learned about it, and like it kind of set the tone for him at work the next couple of days. Here I wrote all Disney fireworks and pre-shows are back. So it doesn't have to be something super deep. My son graduated 8th grade and I wrote, my baby isn't a baby anymore. So, and that's a little bit more deeper, a little bit, getting a little bit more intellectual. So it's whatever you want to put in that space. And today in one word, I usually sometimes it'll be a word that summed up what happened that day. And sometimes it'll be a word that summed up my feelings for that day. It could be memorable. It could be exhausted. It could be accomplished. It could be sad. It could be mad. It could be happy. It could be excited. It could be miserable. It could be stressed. It could be whatever word that comes to mind for you that day. It doesn't have to be anything specific. And for your moods, you have, this is kind of how I trigger this. I have really bad, crappy, meh, good, super happy. That's kind of how I read those. You can take those however you want. So now I am going to write in this space. And I think for over here, I am going to highlight. And I'm literally just gonna write. Things have been picking up a little bit in the shop, at least picking up for me, for what I'm used to. And I want to remind myself just to keep pushing through whatever obstacles I hit. So that's for me today. And just so you guys can see, like, I still love this. But on a day, like here, I used all pen and just highlighted. And then sometimes I'll put like a box and I actually forgot to write something in that day. And then sometimes it'll just be all stickers. So again, it's another extra free space. So now what I want to do is I want to go in and decorate. One thing I do know that I want to do is I want to put this "Make Your Passion Your Paycheck" right in the center. Actually, now that I'm kind of thinking about that, I might take this cart sticker. You know what, maybe I'll do it like this, and then I'll put the girl boss. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this down like so, and then I'm going to take my little workspace sign. I love this. And I'm actually going to overlap these, and then the key is to put them down straight, and I want this kind of in the center like so. And already it's looking super, super cute. Nothing crazy. Now that I've gotten like the bigger stickers and like the basis of how I want my free space page, I kind of go back over here and say, okay, where can I put in a sticker? Because I do like to put stickers in over here. Now, a part of me kind of wants to just leave this empty so you guys can see what I mean. But I do have a spread where I went really minimal one week. You guys have already seen it a couple of times in this video, but it's this one. And I literally had like barely anything to do that day personally, so I was able to put a sticker up there. But I like to put like a little one down here, sometimes even another little one over here, and then I try to at least put one up here. Sometimes I have way more than that. If I can kind of, this one was kind of, had a lot going on here. So I have this little bow, which I feel like would fit perfect down here. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna put this like right here. We don't want to cover up the bad day because we don't know how today's gonna be yet. You never know. So far it's not there, but, and then up here, I don't have that big of a space, but I think I might be able to fit this. And I kind of want to put that in because I have the gold over here. Let's see if we can get it to fit. Not sure. Just right. Perfect. And now I kind of want to like gear my focus to this washi box because I don't know if I want to take up that whole space with that or not. I am not sure. I think I'm going to put this planner, well, no, hold on. How do I want to do this? I'm trying to figure out what I want to put over here. Let's put this little pen here since we're planning. And then we'll take these little glasses, and I think I'm just going to put them right in the middle of this arrow like that. Really cute. All right, I'm going to put the coffee here like this, and we're going to leave the rest of the little stickers for that. And then I'm going to put a big one here. I'm just not sure which one I want to do. I know I don't want to do the bow. It's between these two. mean, I could put this here and that could mean anything. All right, I'm gonna put this here. Like I said, I don't really have like any crazy plans there. And then I'm gonna put this book, right, this planner right there. And then we've got these, love it. And then we're gonna do the washi, the phone, and the candle over here as well. And I feel like let's see, 1, 2, 3 maybe. Washi, phone, candle. Like that. That is super cute. I feel like I do have a space here though. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe just like move this down more centered. And then I feel like this is like maybe if I go higher. Like up there. Yeah, that's better. And just like that, you guys, we are done. I have no idea how long that took. Typically, these take me about 20 to 30 minutes, but because I've been talking to you guys and kind of giving you ideas and tips and tricks and things like that, it did take a little bit longer, I'm sure of that. And this is still super bugging me. I can't even look at it. My OCD is yelling at me right now. I wish I hadn't jumped the gun on it, but it is what it is. The last thing that I want to do is I do want to get this color. You know, I don't know if I really need to, like I want to. I thought about outlining this with it, but I feel like it'll be too much if I do that. So I'm gonna leave it. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is highlighting. So sometimes I will highlight these spots if I don't have like a lot over here. Like you can see over here, I didn't do much marker. This one was actually like my favorite spread I've done so far. I absolutely love this spread so much. And I really need to order more stickers like this. These are all from Pip Sticks. If you guys, they are so cute. The koala one that you guys saw, these are Pip Sticks. They're adorable. I have to get back on there and order some more. They're perfect for this book. But sometimes I will highlight these and sometimes I will not. So like over here, I did not. And over here I did. And it kind of just like, over here actually did something different where I underlined it. This was kind of supposed to be like young teenage boy feels, so I didn't want it to be too girly. But then over here I left it. So I feel like I haven't highlighted over there in a little bit. So I'm actually going to take the green one, the mint green, and highlight with the mint green. And this generally is the last thing I do to kind of finish off the spread. Yeah, I actually really like that. And we are done, you guys. That's basically how I plan and how I look at my daily planner. It's a lot to take in, I'm sure, because for someone who maybe just like goes in their book and writes things down in a vertical step for the week, or for someone who even just uses their planner strictly as appointments, it's probably a lot. But because I have so much going on in my head and in my house, between the kids and the shop and videos and YouTube for you guys and carving out time for my kids and my husband, it's a lot for me. My anxiety is just like, it gets triggered so easily when it comes to like chaos, I guess you could say, in a way. So when I have a ton going on, I just need something that kind of brings me back to focus. Like if I have a day where I have a lot to do and I'm getting so upset and flustered and frustrated because I keep getting interrupted by children that I forget things, I literally just be like, okay, I need my book. Where's my book? And I'll come in and I'll open up my book. Okay, where am I at today? What haven't I done yet? And that's kind of why this works so great for me lately. The last thing I kind of just want to talk to you guys about this planner is time frame on when to plan for it. For me, I'm a morning person, so I'll get up early, probably like, I'll definitely be up by 7. I'm never up, I'm never up after that. But I'll get up early and I will literally sit down and plan. It'll be the first thing I do now. And it has been for the last couple of weeks, and it's been working really great for me. And then I'll fill out my things at night. The other option that you could do if you're not a morning person is to plan the night before. So if you're someone who kind of like puts around and stays up late, now I stay up late too, but my stay up late is decompress time. So like I'll sit on the couch with my husband and we'll binge YouTube or we'll watch shows together or we'll just like hang out and talk. It's just time for me and my husband to wind down after the kids go to bed. So I try not to touch anything at that time unless I'm working in the shop and have like a ton of orders to fill. But that's why I choose to do it in the morning. But if your lifestyle isn't like that and you have alone time at night and that's when you carve out time for you to get things done, then you could plan this the night before and you could just say, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? So on and so forth. Like literally like an hour before you go to bed. So that way, like everything is fresh on your mind. You know exactly what you need to do tomorrow. And then you can wake up in the morning and open your book and say, okay, where do I start today? So it's just based on your lifestyle and what works for you. I choose to do it the day of in the morning, but you could choose to do it the night before and it will still work the same way. I do not suggest pre-planning a whole week. Now, you definitely can go in and write things down on a sticky note. So I actually think I don't have any more. I have to go into my monthly and see what I have going on for July. Yeah, I don't have any more. But what I would do is I would get a sticky note and I would write it down and I would slap it on my space of possibilities. And then when I got to it that day, I would go and write it in my hourly. So whether it's an appointment or something special going on, a wedding, graduation, vacation, anything like that, a party, birthdays, that's how you can do that. And it works just the same as if you were in a classic happy planner and you have your sticky notes on your monthly. And then when you go to decorate your monthly, you transfer it to the weekly day. Same idea, same concept, just planning a little bit more one day at a time instead of 1 week at a time. So that's it for today's video. I know it was super different. I hope you guys liked this and I hope it gave you some inspiration and some ideas and it maybe even helped you understand a little even more why I moved to the daily. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you did so by hitting the subscribe button down below and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well. I will see you guys in the next video and expect it on the new schedule. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a link above to my last video where I spoke about my schedule changing for YouTube. Thanks guys. Happy planning and stay magical. Bye.